a huge thumbs up for the Indian economy from the United Nations. A projected 6.7% economic growth in 2024 translates to $200 billion worth of economic growth in the country. The bright spot, the adjective used by the United Nations, is quite possibly an understatement. Here's more.
A bright spot in the world economy. That's how the United Nations report World Economic Situation and Prospects 2023 put it. The organization predicts the Asian powerhouse will grow at 6.7% in 2024 to maintain its status as the fastest growing major global economy. Putting that into context, a $3.4 trillion economy growing at 6.7% suggests $200 billion worth of economic activity. The possibilities and potential for India turn mind-boggling.
We have a very large young population, and a large chunk of that is actually getting into earning and spending stage. And I think this will continue to increase in the foreseeable future. So India will continue to be an internal consumption-driven economy. And what the government is expecting is that by 2026, I think we should be a $5 trillion economy.
The report names three primary drivers of the leaps ahead. The first and perhaps most important is falling unemployment, which signals strong and resilient domestic demand. 2. Easing inflation. And 3. Lower import bills. Contrast this to the state of the global and the South Asian scheme of things. India's inflation is at about 5%. The regional average for South Asia crosses 11%. It's the highest in Pakistan and Sri Lanka. Prospects of global economic recovery post-COVID amid war clouds in Ukraine and climate change impacts remain dim. The world economy is projected to grow at 2.5% in 2024, actually a minor improvement over this year. However, global trade is under pressure due to geopolitical tensions, weakening demand, and tighter policies. Visible too is a global eagerness to be a part of India's growth story. Apple is betting big. New stores, new manufacturing plants, bigger India orientation plans ahead. Tesla's executives will visit this week to deepen the carmaker's supply chain as it looks to diversify beyond China. Say the same for Google, Mega, Microsoft, Samsung, and other corporate tech giants.
Growth figure for us, especially when we are fearing recession in leading economies like US and Europe, China recovery again is in doubt. So in the investing world, everything is relative. So if we are performing better than the rest of our peers, end of the day, funds are there to be invested, and these funds find their way into those economies which perform better than the rest. See, what the government has done in the last few years is they've ensured that there are large infra projects being rolled out across the country, which always has a trickle-down effect on the rest of the economy, which again means that the private capex spend will also increase going ahead, which will lead to better employment, which again leads to spending and consumption.
Finally, the word of caution. There can be no denying that India needs to guard itself against some clear red flags. A gloomy global economic scenario may mean dips in foreign investment. In addition, slowing global demand could hit exports. There's some way to go to pull millions out of poverty in India. What's important for now, though, is that things are well on track.